Today our topic is to learn about quadratic equations. This is the second video of the topic series quadratic equations in EdXL Pure Mathematics textbook 1, and we are learning the contents in chapter 2. In this video we are going to study about completing squares. What do you mean by completing squares? That means if you get a quadratic equation in form of, we know that ax squared plus bx plus c is the form of a quadratic equation. For example, 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. That kind of equations are we know as a quadratic equations. We should be able to write this quadratic equation in form of a times of x plus q whole thing squared plus k. This is what you mean by the the completing square of a quadratic equation of ax squared plus bx plus c. In this video, we are going to learn how to convert this format into this completing square format. How to complete square quadratic expression. That is our mission in this video. We have to follow up certain steps to understand or convert a quadratic equation into a complete squares. Before that, we are talking about completing squares. We have to be a little bit familiar about certain words. First term is a number in front of x squared. This is called the coefficient of the square term. And we call this term as this is the number in front of x, or the linear term. We call this is the coefficient of the linear term. This is the constant term in this expression. We should be kind of familiar about these terms when you are working out with this completing squares, because we will be using these terms in the steps of completing squares, right? The first step is make the coefficient of square term as 1. So suppose that if this equation is 2x squared plus 3x plus 4 or something, here the coefficient is not 2. We have to make them into 1. Let's see how to do that question in later, right? That's the first step, right? If it is 1, for example, x squared plus 3x plus 4 or something just like this, like the steps come over here. So if it is 2x squared plus 5x plus 1 or something, here you can understand this coefficient is not 1. In that case, we want to make them into 1. Let's see how to do that. But if the expression is somewhere like this, if it is like x squared plus 3x plus 4 or something, for this case, nothing to worry with that, because it's already the coefficient over here is 1. That is the first context of learning, the first step of make the quadratic equation into a quadratic expression, right? Okay. Then the next one is write the half of the coefficient of linear term with the variable inside the bracket and make a square, mark a square, right? Or you have to make them into a square term. This is what do you mean by the half of the coefficient of linear term? For example, if you get a quadratic equation x squared plus we will get 4x plus 3 or something. Yeah, we have to take the half of this coefficient. What is the half of 4? It's 2 plus 2. So here write with the sign plus 4. Then they mention write the half of the coefficient of the linear term. Now I already wrote the half of the coefficient of this much. With a variable inside the bracket. What is the variable in this equation? That is x. Variable x. And then square it. That's the second step. I took half of 4, write with the variable, and then square. That's the second step, right? That's the second step. Then the square of then I write the next step with the different color. Then you will understand this clearly. Square the half of the coefficient of the linear term. Square the half of the coefficient. What is half of the coefficient? We already knew that. Half of the coefficient of linear term is 4. That is 2. Then square that term. Square that term. and write with a negative outside the bracket. Write with the negative outside the bracket. That's what you need to do it. That is our second step, right? Okay. Then what is the fourth step? Write the constant term. What is the constant term over here? 3. Write the constant term. I'll use a different color, then you'll be understand. Write the constant term at the end of and simplify. Then I write the constant term over here, just like this. Right, this. Then simplify. Then how do you get it? If I just write it back, then your answer turn up into x plus 2 all things squared minus 4 plus 3. Right. Then what you can say? This is x plus 2 all things squared minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. That is how you need to obtain the answer for this question. That is some kind of explanation of following up these steps, some example for that, right? We will go ahead with further examples and see how to do this in advanced, in like other questions and kind of advancements we have to take off when you're working out with this completing squares, right? Then let's move to the next page, right? This is the first example where we have to face, right? Okay. We have to complete squares x squared plus 6x plus 4. Then we have to take the half, what is the coefficient of, sorry, first you have to see whether the coefficient of x squared is 1. Yes, it's already 1, so nothing to worry with that. Just keep as it is, right? Okay. Then after that, take the half of the coefficient of x. What is the half of, what is the coefficient of x? Number in front of x is plus 6, half is plus 3. Then you can write with the variable x plus 3 and square it, right? Then what you need to do is square the half of the coefficient 3, square it and subtract it from the expression, or write with the negative. So you can write minus 3 squared. Then the next step what you need to do is write the constant term at the end and simplify. Then we know that x squared plus 3 x plus 3 whole thing squared minus 3 squared is minus 9 plus 4 is turned up to minus 5. This is the final answer of the complete square formation of the quadratic equation x squared plus 6x plus 4. Right. If you move up to the next question, this is x squared plus 8x minus 4. Then initially this coefficient of x squared is 1, so nothing to worry. Because of that, take the half of plus 8, that is plus 4. Then you can write x plus 4 whole thing squared. Then square this number. It's 4 squared, right, with negative in front. Then write the constant term at the end, right? Minus 4 squared is minus 16, minus 4 is minus 20. So the complete square for this format is x plus 3 whole thing squared minus 20 is the answer for that, right? Okay. If you go ahead with this, x squared minus 6x minus 4, then take the half of the coefficient. The coefficient is minus 6. Remember that always you have to be particular about this sign. Here it's plus, therefore it's plus 4. Here it's plus 6, therefore it's plus 3, right? If it is minus 6, take the half of that is minus 3. Then you can write x minus 3 whole thing squared, then square it. When you square minus 3, you right with the bracket. Remember that always when you are dealing with minus, you have to put a bracket over there, right? Okay, minus into minus 3 whole thing squared. Then what do you get? Minus, then write with the constant at the end. Minus 3 squared is plus 9. Minus plus 9 is minus 9. Minus 9 minus 4 is minus 30. Remember that whatever the value you got it here, the final answer over here is minus, because if you put plus 3 or minus 3, when you square it plus, again with this minus turn up to minus, right? Okay, that is how you need to work out with this question. So the final quadratic, the complete square format of x squared plus x squared minus 6x minus 4 would be x minus 3. This is not plus 3. This should be minus 3. I think there's a small mistake. Yes, this should be, yeah, 1 second. It should be minus 3. Should be minus 3, right? Then, yeah, then again, it goes back to the question. Then the next one is 2x squared plus 8x minus 4. This is the most important point where I have to see. Now you can see the coefficient of x squared is not 1. It's not 1, right? Therefore, what you need to do is take this coefficient, sorry, these to make them into 1, we have to take this 2 out. Then as a common factor, take this 2 out from the first two expression. Taking this out from the first two expression is totally enough. Understood, children? So taking it for the from first two term and doing this further simplification is quite enough. Then what you need to do is you can take 2 out. If you take 2 out, it will be turned up to 2x squared. If you take 2 out, it's 4x. You can say 2 into x squared is 2x squared. 2 into 4x is 8x. You have to take it as a common fact. Write the minus 4 outside from the bracket and put a bracket over here. Then we are working out the complete square for this bit. Then you can take half of 4 is plus 2. This is x plus 2 whole thing squared into 2. Okay, write this minus 4 totally outside. Then take the square of that number. 2 squared and write the with the minus. Then what do you get? Then you get the x plus 2 whole thing squared minus 4. Then expand this bracket. Then 2 into x plus 2 whole thing squared is the first part of it. 2 into minus 4 is minus 8. Right along with this one and then simplify. Right. Then what do you get? Then here the answer is actually there should be a added bracket here. No need of having this bracket but there because it's already remove this what you call expand this bracket over here. Then this is 2 times of x plus 2 whole thing squared. 2 into minus 4 is minus 8 minus 4. This simplification turn up to minus 12. That is the final answer for this question, right? Then let's move up to this first example. Here this completing square, there are no constant term in this throughout this question. Let's see how to do that, right? Okay. Then coefficient of x is already 1. Then take the half of 4. Half of 4 is plus 2. You can write x plus 2 whole thing squared minus then square of this number. So this is x plus 2 whole thing squared minus 4 is the answer over here. This one. Here it's already 1, nothing to worry. Then take half of minus 6 is minus 3. X minus 3 whole thing squared minus then square that number. Minus 3 squared is anyway if you write minus 3 whole thing squared or 3 squared you get the same answer. That is why they just write the 3 squared over here. But if you do it perfectly, it's better to write put a bracket and put minus 3 whole thing squared. Then the answer is minus 9, right? Over here this one also x minus 8 whole thing squared because half of minus 6 is minus 8. This is minus. The better answer is minus 8 whole thing squared. Put a bracket over here, minus 8 whole thing squared. But if you write it, because whatever the, whether it's positive or negative, the square number is positive. That is why they just ignore this minus and write it. But it's better to write in that way, right? Okay. Then over here, what is the coefficient of is 1. Then take the half of 1 is half. Then you can write x plus half whole thing squared minus, then the square of that number, half square. That is x plus half whole thing squared minus 104. Here there is no constant term. That is why we just write in this one. Other than that, we have to write the constant term over here and simplify with that. But that in this step, nothing to do with that the last step for this question because there is no constant term over here, right? Yes. In this question, this is the there's a coefficient over here 2. Then you have to take 2 out first of all. Then you return up to 2x squared plus if you take 2 out it's 8x. Then we can do the complete squares for that, keeping the complete squares within the bracket of considering the 2 as a common fact. Then take half of 8 is plus 4. You can write x plus 4 whole thing squared. Then minus square of that number 16. Then x plus 4 squared minus 16. Then multiply with 2. 2 into x plus 4 squared is 2 times of x plus 4. You cannot multiply. While keeping a square, you cannot multiply. 2 into x is 2x and 2 into 4 is as 8. Only thing is that you can write 2 times of x plus 4 whole thing squared minus 2 into 16 is minus 32. If you come up with part B, over here, if you take 3 out, then from here, if you take 3 out, it's x squared minus, if you take 3 out, it's 8x. Then you can write half of that is minus 4, x minus 4 whole thing squared minus 4 squared 3. Then if you multiply with 3, 4 squared is minus 16. Sorry, 4 squared is 16 with this minus is minus 16. If you multiply with 3, 3 into x minus 4 squared into 3 into minus 6 is minus 4. This question also the same way around we have to do it if you work out with this one, right? Then if you take 2 out, from here if you take 2 out, it's x squared minus if you take 2 out, we can write minus 5 over 2. Look at this. 2 into x squared is 2x squared. 2 into minus 5 over t only, you get minus 5. Therefore, if you take 2 out, it should be minus 5 over 2, right? Then take the half of that. take half means if you are not familiar how does this 504 came, just take half of means multiplication, half into minus 5/2. Take your calculator and apply and see, you will get the answer minus 5/4, right? Then you can write square x minus 5/4 whole thing squared minus square of that number. Minus, sorry, 5/4 whole thing squared, that is 25/16. This minus came over here. So then after that you can multiply with the brackets. 2 into x minus 5/4 whole thing squared minus 2 into 25/16 is 25/8. These are the points where we have to understand. So these are the, then we have to learn about, write each of these expression in form of P x plus q whole thing square plus r. What they expect over here? They expect us to write this quadratic equation in form of completed squares, right? Okay, or completing squares. Initially, what you need to do is take the constant term out from the first two expressions only. Taking first two term expression is enough, right? If you take 2 out, it's x squared. From 8x, if you take 4x, right, plus 1 at the outside of the bracket, then do the half of that. Half of 4 is 2. Then you can write x plus 2 whole thing squared minus, then square this number, minus 2 squared. Then plus 1 you can write outside from the bracket. Then this is x plus 2 whole thing squared minus 2 squared is minus 8. Sorry, then you have to remove the, sorry, 2 squared is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. That is how it came, because they haven't write the intermediate term. So you just wrote this 2 into x plus 2 whole thing squared minus 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2 is 8 plus 1. Minus 8 plus 1 is minus 7. With that, you can write P. P is the number in front of this is 2. Q is Q also 2, and R is turned up to minus 7. Nothing to write the minus over here, straightforward. This constant become the minus 7 when you are working out with this, right? Okay. Then over here, 5x squared minus 15x plus 3. Then if you take 5 from first two expressions, 5, if you take 5, it's x squared minus 3x plus 3 right outside from the bracket. Then take the half of minus 3. Half of minus 3 is minus 3/2. Take your calculator and enter, if you're not familiar, minus 3 into half. Minus 3/2. Then you can write x minus 3 whole thing squared minus square this number. Minus 3/2 whole thing squared, that is 9/4. This is 9/4. After that we have to remove it, multiply with the brackets. Then 5 into x minus 3/2 is over here, minus 3 squared is 9. 9 into 5 is minus 45 divided by 4. Write the constant term over here. Then after that you can simplify. If you simplify minus 45/4 plus 3, take your calculator and simplify and see, you will obtain the answer minus 33/4. Therefore, P is equals to 5, Q is equals to 3/2, minus 3/2 actually. This is not just 3/2, there should be a minus over here. There should be a minus here. Right, and the R value should be, R value should be minus 33/4. That is how it comes, right? All these questions are in a similar way where we have to do it. But if you come up with this question, there is a small problem over here. First, you need to write there's a coefficient is negative answer. So you can write with a normal form of ax squared plus bx minus c. You can write minus 4x squared minus 16x plus 10, right? Then you can take the constant term as minus 4. If you take minus 4 out here, it's turned up to x squared. From minus 16, if you take minus 4, that is plus 4. Plus 10. Then after that, take the half of that, that is plus 2. X plus 2 whole thing squared into minus 4 minus, then square of this number, 2 squared plus 10. Then you can write this is minus 4, x plus 2 whole thing squared. 2 into 2, 4. 4 into so here it should be minus 4. You have to understand that minus 2 into 2 is minus 4 into minus 4 is plus 16, right along with the constant term over here. So with that, you can say minus 4 times of x plus 2 plus 16 plus 10 is plus 26. That is how you can obtain this answer, right? Then after that, all of these questions are the same way where we can do. With that, in our next video, we'll be learning this part, use of the completing squares. We have to, when you are just brief on that, the use of the completing square is